Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about VJ Song Database, how to add songs to that database. We're also going to discuss how to add favorite folders, virtual folders, and how the autoplay function works in VJ. So let's go ahead and open up PCDJ VJ. And the first thing that we want to do is we want to add songs to the database. Now, just as a point of reference, I'm going to explore my hard drive and show you exactly what I do have on my hard drive at this point. Now notice I have this folder named Billboard Top 100. It's in 50s, 60s, and with the years in each folder. Now if I open up the 50s folder, and I go to 1951, and see we have our songs in here. Now at this point, if I try to search for this Apologize song inside of PCDJ VJ, notice it does not show up. That is because that PCDJ VJ does not automatically scan your hard drive and add the songs to it. Now there are two ways to add your database or your song files into PCDJ VJ's database. The first option is, of course, go to the folder and manually just take a look inside that folder. Now, anytime that you decide to browse in a folder inside of PCDJ VJ, whatever songs that it does find in that folder that it does not already have in its database, it will automatically add to it. So let's go to that 1951 folder. And there they all are. Now, if I decide to get out of this folder, and now if I type in I apologize, notice how it shows up. Now, if you are a DJ who has tons of folders, which most DJs do, there is a simpler way besides browsing to each and every one of these single folders. You can simply right-click and select Recurse. Recurse means open including subfolders. Now, when I do this, it will actually scan each and every one of those folders and add them to the database. And I can actually do another parent directory too. And notice how they're all there. Now if I type I apologize, see how it shows up in the database. Now let's just go ahead and check and make sure that this works. I'm going to go to the 1990s folder and click on 1996. There's Tupac's California Love. And since we've recursed that whole folder, let's just see if Tupac is actually showing up. And notice how it's there. So those are the two different ways that you can add your songs to PCDJ VJ's database. You can either browse to each folder and let it find new songs, or you can actually right-click and select Recurse on the parent folder, which will open up all including subfolders and add everything new that it does see. Now that we have shown you how to add your music into PCDJ VJ's database, let's also show you how you can add favorite folders. Now, PCDJ VJ Song Database is based on Windows Explorer, and sometimes going and browsing through folders and subfolders can be a little bit tedious. There is certainly a way for you to put your favorite folders right there as a shortcut on the root directory. Here's how we do this. Supposedly, we have to scroll to our desktop and go to our Documents folder. And there is that Billboard folder that we have. And each side of these Billboard folders, I have them broken down into decades. So 50s has 10 folders, 60s have 10 folders, etc., etc. Now, supposedly, I have a folder in there that I just want to be able to access directly. So what I will do is I will highlight that folder. I will click on this plus yellow folder symbol, and that will add a favorite folder icon, and notice how it puts it right here in the root directory. So anytime that I do want to access that, all I have to do is click on it in the root, and right there it is. Okay, now let's take a look at PCDJ VJ's automix function and creating virtual folders. PCDJ VJ's automix function does pull from one master side list. The master side list can be found by hovering your mouse over the side list icon, and you can maximize it and minimize it by dragging it up and down. Now, if you would like to add songs to the automix function, you simply need to browse to your songs, highlight them, drag them down into the side list, and when PCDJ is in automix mode, that is the list that it will grab its next song from. So let's go ahead and grab two songs, drag them down into the side list, and as soon as we click on automix, it will load the first and second songs in both decks 1 and 2 and play them. I'm going to grab another song and throw it down into the side list. Let's go ahead and skip to the end of this song. And notice how it will crossfade over to the other song. It will load this Alice DJ into the empty deck. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. And the one thing that you do need to remember, though, is that there is just one master side list. However, that doesn't mean that you cannot create other wait lists or song lists. In PCDJ VJ, they are called virtual folders. Virtual folders are kind of like holding tanks, as we like to call them in the industry. And to create a virtual folder, all you have to do is go over to the left side of the browser, click on the red plus envelope, and you can create a virtual folder. Here we'll call it, I don't know, test 1. And we'll also create another one called test 2. Now for you mobile jocks, you can make them dinner music, you can make them first songs, whatever that you'd like. So let's go ahead and browse through our main library. I'll go to the music section. And we'll go to this Billboard folder. And say I have a bunch of songs here that I want to add to a virtual folder. So I'll just click on a couple. Now you can do this one by one, click and drag. And notice if we go to this test 1 folder, that undecided is going to be in that folder. Now you can grab more than one song. Windows shortcuts do apply here. So if you want to grab more than one, you can highlight a song, click the control button, and highlight other songs. Or if you'd like to do a range, you can click on the first one, hold down the shift button, and click on the last one, and it will give you the range. So we can take that and drag it over to our test 1 virtual folder. And if I go to test 1, notice how all those songs are in there. Now if I'd like to add them to the automix, I can simply select one, hold down the shift button, select the last one, move up so I can see the side list, click and drag. And there they all are in the master wait list. Now to get songs out of the master wait list, all you have to do is click the ones that you want, or standard Windows shortcuts apply here too, and I can click them and drag them out of the screen and they are gone. So I'm just going to throw a couple into the automix here. Maybe I'll add a couple from the 60s folder into my second virtual folder. Hold down the control button if you'd like to select more than one, or the shift. Click and drag. And there they are. And I will add them to my side list. Now when I click on the automix, they will follow in order. Now one thing to remember is that when you do want to disengage automix, besides for clicking the automix button in the middle, you will have to take notice that the crossfader will stay over to the side that is still engaged in automix. Now the reason being is because automix does depend its fading technology on the software mixer. So if you do decide to load another song into the other player, you will notice that if you play it, you won't hear it. And this is because the crossfader is being left over to the right side because automix has now been disengaged. If you do want to go back to manual mode and listen to the other side, all you have to do is just remember to center the audio crossfader, and then you will be able to hear the left side, as you can see. Now, if you do want to customize the crossfade in automix, all you have to do is simply go to Setup, and go to the Options tab. This auto cross length down at the bottom will give you a seconds. It's a time lapse of how long it would take for player 1 to fade into player 2 and player 2 to play back into over to fader 1. And that is a tutorial on how to use PCDJ VJ's virtual folders, favorite folders, adding your songs to the database, and using auto